What's going on, kinfolk? Welcome back to the city. Key to the city, that is. It's your kinfolk, Keone G, or Mr. Key to the City, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me Collect. And we are back for another episode, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in with the kid. This season been wearing me out, man, but I'm hanging in there and keeping my stride. But I'm gassed almost at this point. But you got to keep pushing. As part of what this podcast is about, overcoming obstacles and meeting great people like this young lady we have here today. All my episodes, we try to hit you in the head with quality content and quality guests, and this one is no different. I'm glad I finally got this young queen on the show. She was actually supposed to be one of my very first guests way back in 2019 when I first started this thing, and I first met her, but she played me to the left like Beyonce, and then she gonna throw Jamie in there like a substitute, and he cool, you know what I'm saying? But she was the one that approached me and then wasn't even on the show. But anyway, we settled that.
We gotta always revisit it.
I'm giving them history. What's happening here. I'm giving them history.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But anyway, me and Jamie got together. We did our thing. But anyway, we have her here now, and she is an online marketing strategist. She has her own company, Effective Networking and Marketing. And she's also an online marketing strategist for Hello Black Man. So we'll find out more about both of those entities. And she's been stepping out, branching out a lot, doing the public speaking thing. So we're just trying to see where this transformation came from, man. And I'm sure it's nothing short of black girl magic. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the city, the queen, Calicia Patrice.
Hey.
How
What's happening? Okay, let me just start by saying that you're doing a phenomenal job, okay?
Oh.
And don't let anybody take that from you.
Word?
Absolutely. You keep being great. And I know, it does get tiring. It does get stressful.
Yeah, come on.
But you gotta be consistent because that's what people are looking for. They're looking for consistency. The moment you fall off, that's what they're waiting for. Oh, Keone fell off. I knew he wasn't gonna keep doing that list show. That list show. That's what they gonna say. So don't you let none of this stray you from doing what your purpose is.
You hit the head on the nail. I'm glad you said that.
I'm just letting you know. I know what it's about.
That's one of the things that keep me consistent. I don't want that to happen because I know a lot of stuff come and go and people fall by the wayside. My whole goal was to stay consistent.
And with consistency, it doesn't mean that you have to do this every week. It doesn't mean that you have to do it every day. If you do it monthly, if you don't even do it yourself, if you partner with somebody to do it, just so your face is staying out there. Don't let your face fall off of what you're doing. So that's what's going to really build and grow your brand, like making sure that you're reaching every angle of the world. I done seen you out here too. I done seen you connected with Atlanta and New York and California. Not Washington State yet, but who knows anybody in Washington State?
I know one person.
Oh, we got to find somebody, and they got to be. Have they been on the show?
They have not.
We got to
They
find
gave me
them.
a great idea for a show.
Oh, really?
We should do a show out there.
Look, my little cousin is playing for the Utah Raptors, the Ogden Raptors, which is in Utah. He plays baseball. So, let's travel. Let's
You
get
been
out
to Utah
here.
before?
I've never, but I'm ready. He just moved out there last month, and I'm ready to fly.
I want to go, I don't know, I guess places I ain't never thought of going. Utah, Iowa, Idaho, the Dakotas.
Yeah. Did I go to Iowa? I went to Des Moines. Is that Iowa?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went there
know one person
last year, and
It ain't for you?
I have no plans to go
So
back.
it's just all rural? That's what it seems
It is
like.
very rural, but so is Oklahoma, and I didn't know that, so I went there recently.
I went
and
through
it's
there.
so dark on their interstates and highways and stuff. I'm like, well, where are we going? I'd be so scared.
Big country cities and
Big
states,
country
man.
cities, I promise you. So we think that we are so country, but other places are way more country than we are.
Facts.
And Iowa was scary.
Iowa?
Yes. Like the people looked scary, but cut that part out.
I feel like some Amish people stay out there, or the people from Wrong Turn.
Them people. Them was the ones.
Yeah.
I was like, is it in the water? Let me not drink anything here. Like, it was scary.
See, you already came on dropping jewels, and we ain't even found out who you is.
I know,
But see,
right?
that's the kind of conversations I be wanting to have. I just didn't know if I could do them on Key to the City. But first of all, just give my audience like a brief background, where you're from, who your folk them is, and then we'll get into a little bit of this online marketing and what it is you actually do.
Bet.
You from Haw Pond, and
I'm not from Haw Pond. You need to stop right now. You cut that out.
I edit it.
Listen, no, you leave it in there. Because one thing about me is I'm an open book. So there's no secrets in my life.
Here, I love it.
Yeah, like I am who I am, and whoever doesn't like it, hey, X the stage left. Like you said, I was pushing you to the left. I was not. Let's start there also. I did not push him to the left. I just said, hey, I'm not ready yet. One day, somehow, some way, and here I am.
She did say that. I give her that. She did say that.
So my name is Calicia Patrice Holmes. That's my maiden name. I am from Cannonsburg, Mississippi.
Cannonsburg.
Which is a part of Jefferson County, which has Fayette in the mix. So I'm going all around the world with these because Fayette is a very small town, and for a very long time, as you said, you've done some research. I never told people that's where I was from because a part of me was ashamed. Like, a part of me was like, ugh, Fayette. But Fayette has really improved. It doesn't have any red lights still, but it's growing. And my family, my cousins, my friends are on the school board in the school district, and I've seen them bring much money and grants. One of my best friends is now the mayor of Fayette, and I've seen so much growth in such a short time. Like, literally in over 100 years, probably, they just got a new gymnasium, and they've gotten so many things, positive for the school. So I'm very proud of them. That's not the only reason why I claim Fayette. I realized that I shouldn't be ashamed of where I'm from. Never be ashamed of where you come from. So Cannonsburg, if you look that up, it's super small. It's more of a road than a town, but we are proud of Cannonsburg because we are a community. We were a village. The village has somehow dissipated, but I loved my village. We grew up together. We grew up close. All of my neighbors were cousins and family, so kinfolk, as you say. Yeah. So I'm super excited about all of the growth that I've seen in my community, in my town. I am a mother. I am a nurse by profession. I
didn't know that either.
I have lots of kids, and I'm all things to all people. So this is me, Calicia Patrice.
I didn't know you was a nurse, man. You do it all.
Superwoman.
How did the pandemic affect you career-wise?
Career-wise, so by the grace of God, right before the pandemic hit, I had stepped into a case management position. So we were able to transition into a home setting. So I hadn't had the whole in hospital, I have been wanting to, don't get me wrong, because them travel nurse contracts and all of that, if you come back to the hospital now, you can make $40-$50 an hour. I've been like, bae. And he been like, is it worth it? I mean, I'm gonna die anyways. But, I've been very, blessed to be able to be at home now in the last couple of years with my kids, being able to really be a mom, because that's something I hadn't been able to do, working in the hospital, sometimes working night shifts, working 24 hours. When I was in Natchez, I was actually the director of their ICU and telemetry. So I worked so many hours, and I never got a chance to really see my kids and be with them. So like this working from home thing, like, I didn't even realize how much I didn't know who they were. They didn't even know me. So, like, I've been able to cook for them. They've been shocked. I've been shocked. Like, we all been like, who are you? I'm like, I don't know. This is the new me. So, it's been exciting.
That's dope. See, you peeling back so many layers.
Absolutely. Always. Open book.
See, that's what I love to find out on here.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. Now you're doing your online marketing thing. What is that exactly for idiots like me? Is that similar to public relations and doing campaigns? Or
Absolutely. It's all inclusive. And I'm gonna tell you a really unique story about the marketing thing. As I said earlier, I was a director of ICU and telemetry way back when. I've been a nurse for about 13 years. So when I first started working I started out as a charge nurse at the hospital. I've done surgery. I've done case management. I've done cardiology. I've done just about anything you could think of in the nursing field. But I started out as a charge nurse of the telemetry, which is also cardiology area. And in Natchez, super small town also, I started seeking nurses online on Facebook as a matter of fact. And I got called in to the office and reprimanded for that. Like, because at the time Facebook wasn't popular, so this is a public platform and they feel like, oh, you're putting the company out and you're making it seem like we don't have what we need to get nurses. And I'm like, no, I just know that this platform has other places that I can find nurses.
Thanks.
And they was like, no, you're not going to do that. Now everybody is on Facebook. Now all of the big companies are seeking people on Facebook. So I can say that I was ahead of my time when it came to Facebook marketing and social media. And so I started doing it more privately and going to the local schools and stuff, trying to figure out what nurses was graduating. And so without even knowing what I was doing, I was marketing for the company that I was working for. And I cannot not give credit where credit is due. I met Jamie at some point in my life. I can't say when or where. And he was running a business. He was running 201 Capital. He was running a venue downtown.
Okay.
And we became friends. And I realized that he had a lot that he was lacking business-wise as far as how he was bringing in clients and what he needed to do, not only just social media, but just personally. And so that kind of birthed this effective marketing and networking because I'm like, okay, this is where we need to be. This is where we need to go. These people need this. These people need that. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm doing something that I've known to do all the while. So why not just make it a business? Like, I don't have an official degree, but I do have certificates. If that's, I got a YouTube
University. YouTube University.
I got a YouTube University certificate. So like, and just being able to really like have my marketing book here, being able to reach out to people and see what people are doing and understand, their ideology of what marketing looks like, what networking looks like to them, and being able to instruct and direct them into like, hey, your business card looks like this. It needs to look like this, or your website. And I just want to critique you on one thing.
Please do it.
Okay. I noticed that you have not posted on your Key to the City podcast page since 2020, and we need to work on that. Don't be looking crazy.
My podcast page? That's my most active one.
Is it the podcast page? Maybe you have two.
I have media and apparel.
I don't know which one it is, but when I went to the Key to the City thing, I was like,
I think you're on the wrong page.
Well, then we need to delete that one because I don't want nobody getting the wrong page.
I should only have one.
That's what I was
thinking. Let's go there
too.
now. Pull up your phone.
Let's do
See,
it.
we're doing a real live experience.
We are doing a real live experience. Am I on the wrong one? I told you I got these press-on nails. I can't touch nothing. I don't know what to do. He finna shut me down, and I'm finna be like, oh.
No, but
look at it. I can't do nothing with these press-on
my
nails.
social media definitely needs work, but it's like I can't find enough time in the day. This what you was on? Mm-hmm. And where did you look? See that? I think that's more algorithm.
Okay. So I know. You know what this is? Maybe a pinned post.
Well,
You're right.
I was wondering how to change it because
you're right. But I was like, because when I saw that, I didn't even go down because I was like, okay, well maybe he's not posting on this. But this is something that it is. It's a pinned post. This is something that you save. So like, these are the kind of things that when I go to people's page, when they call and they talk to me, like I like, okay, so it looks like you hadn't posted in 17 months. So let's work on that. Let's be consistent. But you're right. That's just something that I did not notice when I looked at it. So just keep it up though.
No, that's good. She was talking, since y'all couldn't see it, she was talking about a post that I had pinned up there. I didn't even know I had pinned it. And I always wondering why.
Sometimes it happens.
This is always up there. So I'm glad you pointed that out.
No problem.
Now I know I can fix it. But see, these are the kind of tips. And, hey, you can use me as a project as long as it's helping somebody.
And I'm telling you, like with me, I have a full-time job, right? Mm-hmm. So entrepreneurship is a hobby. Of course, you always want to turn your hobby into monetization, but why is it that we have to charge for every little thing? Like things like this, I can tell you without charging you a dime because it's not costing me to analyze that for you. It's when you ask me to go in and fix this is when I have to start monetizing my time. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think a lot of times in business, we don't realize sharing information is not something that's going to help me get rich. The only time I need to charge somebody to do something is when I have to expend excessive time doing it. Just like with my with the marketing side of what I do, or the business side of what I do, I can give you the tools to make you successful without charging you. Now, when you say I don't have the time to do that, then that's when I have to charge you, because yes, I need this. This is my time now. So if you want me to input data, if you want me to go and find what you need, then yes, I have to start charging you for that. But just to give you the information, I'm an open book. The internet, the web, anything you need to know is out there. So am I going to charge you for a Google search? No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that.
Man, how do you determine your rates?
So my rates are $30 an hour based on what you need. Now, my consultations are free. If you come into a consultation with me and you have your questions laid out as to what you need and want, and I have the answers to that, that consultation is free. But when you want me to do more research, when you want me to dig into other things outside of that consultation, then I start charging.
Okay. And how is online marketing and public relations interrelated?
So online marketing and public relations are very much so, almost, I can't say almost the same, but almost the same, because when you market online, you put yourself out there, you put your business out there. So you want to look a certain way. And public relations is making you look that certain way, making you make sure that what you're trying to give off is not something that you're not giving off. You know, it's a funny post way back when Jules, young Jules,
Shout out Jules.
shout out Jules and Fifth Child.
Shout out Fifth.
Fifth Child had posted something about Jules, like a post where she was talking about, he said she was looking for chicken or something. It was a post, and she was like, I need my PR person to come in here. And so, you know, the way that you want to look on social media, that's something, and not only on social media, like in real life, that's what a public relation person does. You know, they make sure that your image, or the image that you're trying to portray every day, is out there and it's public. And anytime you veer from that, it's their job to step in and say, hey, this is not okay, this is inappropriate, and then they redirect you and put you in a place where you need to be.
Yeah, see, I need something like that. I'm kind of immature in my public expressions, and then I be all in the comments fighting with races and all this.
But you know, that's what sells, though. You know, so and that's something that people have to figure out. Do you want to sell, or do you want to look a certain way in public? Because all media, in my opinion, is good media.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody want to fight with me, come into my comments. I'll be ready to fight. I don't always fight, but I'll be ready, because this publicity that that's the country side of me. This publicity that we gonna receive behind this fight may be more valuable than the image that I'm trying to portray.
Well, how would you advise a client like Nick Saban right about now?
Nick Saban is who he is. Like, be who you are. And that's what I don't like about so many people. If you are who you are, you're going to find your tribe. You're going to get the success that you need based on the person that you are. So if Nick Saban come out right now and say, I'm a racist, guess what? His stock going up 1,000% based on what we've seen with the Trump era. Yeah. So yeah,
they gonna be empowered to come out too. Well, me
Exactly. They are ready for that. Like, don't you ever get it twisted. And I'm gonna tell you something. We as black people, we don't stand behind each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, they not gonna stop going to the games. They not gonna stop buying the tickets. If they kids are at that school, they not gonna take their kids out that school. So who you want to be that person, because it's not gonna change your stock in any way. And, you know, there is this cancel culture thing. Yeah. But how far is it really going? Like, how many people have we really canceled?
Chrisette Michelle, the only one I can think of. And
she ain't made no real good music in the last. We didn't cancel her.
She was jamming back
we
then.
Didn't cancel her though.
Y'all cancel her and her
Baby,
prime.
Chrisette put out a song today that we like. We own it. We own that joint. We own it, Chrisette.
No, I think she tried to come back like girl. 2 years ago. And
what she put out? What the song?
Black Twitter ate her ass up.
What the song was?
It wasn't jamming like a previous.
Exactly. Song. I don't even know what she's saying. We being honest. And we gonna be honest here tonight. Who is that?
I know it. I just can't.
Exactly. It's not monumental where it's standing out in your mind. So we didn't really cancel her. You didn't cancel her. You didn't know her. Will Smith. They did not cancel Will Smith because I've been watching
Y'all done,
I've been watching Red Saber Talk every episode.
they bullied this man off social media.
Oh, well, he'll be back. Nobody's worried about that. Like, he's just taking a moment, which he needed a moment prior to that. If he had a moment, if he had to chew it over with Snickers, is that the commercial?
Mm-hmm.
We're not getting
He
funded
probably
for
was
that.
hungry, huh?
We're not getting funded for this. But if he had a Snickers, he probably wouldn't have went up there and slapped that man. Let's just be real.
I think it was a psychotic snap. The man was smiling the whole time. If you look at the angle, Jada didn't even look at him. She rolled her eyes and looked at Chris.
It's so much we can unpack on this.
But anyway, that ain't what we here about.
We can go on and on. Psychotic snap, sure, because he don't have no money to get no therapy. He not in therapy. They didn't do therapy on the Red Saber Talk. Like, let's be real. We really give so much to so many people that don't deserve our time and energy. We'll deal with what he did because Chris is small and he didn't feel any repercussions behind what he was going to do. Anybody else up there, I don't think he would have done it. But that's just my opinion. Moving on.
So let's see. You don't think he would have slapped Mike Epps?
Heck no. I don't think he'd have slapped
Or even
anybody.
DL?
Betty White, maybe.
Betty White?
I'm just saying. No, he wouldn't have slapped nobody else. I can't see him slapping nobody else. I just can't. I feel like he felt the upper hand in that position in that moment, and that's what made him do it. That's just me, though.
Well, we're going to leave it on. Chris, you a good one.
Huh.
That's for all them, the banisters and everything, and backdrops would have been on the floor.
We'd have had to throw that place clean up. We'd have still been rolling today.
They had to go to commercial.
I'd have slapped Jada.
Yeah.
Let me slap some follicles.
So tell my audience more about Hello Black Man. They know a little bit about it by having Jamie on, but what do you help him do?
Just as I've said today, I can't say that I'm just behind the scenes. I pretty much I am, but I do push and promote a lot, and I also do a lot of reaching out. Like we have about right at 25,000 followers on Facebook.
Damn.
Our Instagram and our TikTok, we owe. So Facebook has been our platform of choice. We haven't reached the numbers that we need to on the other platforms, but we definitely are working toward those things. And I just he's the creative director. I'm the creative design person. So the books that you see that come out, a lot of the covers and stuff he designs, the insides, and the questions we work on together. So if you are not familiar with it, helloblackman.com is our website. And we have apparel, we have earrings. As you can see, I didn't want to leave us out tonight. So I'm actually donning the earrings tonight. They're on the website. And we partner with all local businesses. Also with effective marketing and networking. I do a lot of the work, but I also have other companies that, specialize in web design, that specialize in analytics, who come in if I need extra help to do what we need to do for the client. So anything you guys need, we're here for that. But we also have a photography business. I don't know if we ever talk about that. Big Pretty Pictures. I am the booking person for that solely. And maybe I come on set sometimes and help with poses and stuff. I'm not really good at it, but I'll be going on Pinterest and stuff trying to see how y'all need to look. So we do a lot. Like I say, with Hello Black Man, I am the creative design person. I am the marketing person. I'm the PR person. I am the publicist for now. We want to get to a point where we can hire those things, but ultimately our goal is to just reach our culture and help them to understand how important it is to communicate. Because when I met Jamie, he did not communicate. Like it was like pulling teeth to get him to talk to me. And actually all this was his idea because he was having trouble talking to his son. It was they were talking over or around each other. So he was like, maybe if I get him to write some stuff down and I write some stuff down, then we can exchange that information. So it has grown us basically as people and, as individuals, as couples, as parents, we have really been able to connect with our children, connect with our parents, and do more, not only for ourselves, but for the community. So make sure y'all be a part of that. Get out there, go to helloblackman.com. We are also on Amazon if you want to go to Amazon. We have books now. We have 11 journals now. I think when we first did the podcast, we had like 3. But now
moving.
we've done entrepreneur, we've done first responder, educator, we've done couple, we've done college student, we've done LGBT community, which is the month of June is LGBT month. So if you're a part of that community and you want to get to know your partners, get to know yourselves, please go on Amazon or go to the website. We have plenty of books on hand. We have wristbands, we have t-shirts, whatever you guys need, we have it. It's available to you. And just thank y'all for the support that y'all have already given, because we've had a lot of support, but we want this to reach the masses. So keep sharing, keep liking, keep following.
That's so dope. I'm sure they're gonna follow.
Hopefully.
Yeah, 25,000.
Yeah.
Booming.
Yeah, you would think, but the algorithm is so trash. But we reach about 15,000 people, I want to say a week, because I think the analytics give you weekly data.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are very consistent. We just started the Hello Black Couple podcast, where we go live like at 9, 10, maybe 11 at night, just talk about random couple stuff. And we do the Hello Black Man podcast, which has been on hold for a while because he's been traveling, but we do plan to start going back live in August. So check that out as well on YouTube.
So if somebody hired you for online marketing, is that the same thing as social media management?
It's not exactly the same thing, but it encompasses that, because online marketing, social media is online, right?
Right.
But there's also email marketing. There's also SEOs. There's also campaigns that you can do outside of social media that, reach your Google people and reach your, if people still use Yahoo, reach your Yahoo people. So like there are different entities of online marketing based on where your products are. So Shopify has a marketing place, and so does GoDaddy. So it all depends on where you sell your products, where you are, and where you're trying to be, and who your audience is, who you think your audience is, and where those people are doing their most online tracking.
Yeah, I'm going to try to figure all that out at the end of this season, going into the next season.
Yeah, that's important.
And start operating like a real entity.
And you have help. Because like I said, like if you just need me to just look at your analytics and print you out something, I'll happily do that for you.
But I can't have you do it for free. Nobody can do anything
if,
for me.
If it's less than an hour for my time, then I'll get you. But if it takes me more than an hour, then we got to start talking compensation.
Okay. I can handle that.
All right.
I ain't mad at it at all. Key to the City podcast. We got the Queen, Calicia, Patrice in here. Just a couple more questions before you go. You've been doing a lot of more public speaking, been on different podcasts, talking about relationships. I know a while back, I guess even still now, there's this rhetoric going around on the internet that black men and black women are not on the same page. We're against each other right now. And people fighting over how you run your household versus how they run theirs. And
all of it.
He a roommate and not a husband.
Ooh, all of it.
You think social media has... I mean, I don't think it's nothing new under the sun. I just think social media is giving everybody a platform to speak their piece.
Oh, yes.
You think it plays a negative role in how our relationships operate? Kind of giving us unreasonable expectations?
I think it's if you're easily influenced.
Come on.
Because... I don't know how much people know about me or my relationship, but like we've been entangled for quite some time. We've been going through the motions of what we wanted to do. Like if we allowed the social media or media period to influence what we do, we'd probably be married by now. Because that's what the media says. Like if you're in a relationship, marriage is the goal. But is it? I've been married before. And I'm not married anymore, Right. So was that the goal? Like, is that the end goal? I don't think it necessarily plays a negative influence unless you allow it to. I think nothing can override rule your personal beliefs and morals. And if you have those, if you have standards that you want to live by, nothing can take precedence over that. Now, are people more vocal and more, willing to put their opinion on what you have going on? Absolutely. They're going to say, hey, it wouldn't be me. For example, men proposing to women. Nope. Women proposing to men. I don't have a problem under the sun with some woman proposing to her husband if that's what she want to do. Nothing. That don't affect me at all.
Right.
So why it has or holds so much weight over people, it bothers me because, like, why not be happy that somebody is trying to be with somebody who treats them well? Would it be better if it was a man who was being abusive to a woman that proposed to her to lock her into an abusive relationship? Or is it better for her to know what she's feeling and understand that this is something that I want, and her say, this is what I want for life? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, it's a lot of uncertainty and it's a lot of judgment that doesn't need to happen. Like, congratulate this woman if that's what she wants to do.
Right.
If it doesn't work out for her, how does that affect you?
Yeah, y'all stop judging Keisha Cole.
Oh, what happened to Keisha Cole? Tell me more. What do we? Oh, what's Keisha Cole? What happened?
They were roasting her online for first she had posted she was all up under Antonio Brown.
Is that a football player?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one that was saying
I saw
crazy
something. I didn't know what that was.
Be hanging with Kanye and wearing them big ass knee boots with shorts.
Okay.
And big black jackets.
Tell me more.
But everybody was saying, "Don't do it, don't do it."
She did.
As far
it
as
anyway.
we know, they was only together a week. She got his initials tattooed on her chest.
I'm not judging her.
Not even 3 days later, he all on social media dogging her, talking about he a player and you ain't no player unless you hit an R&B chick. Hey.
So let's talk a bit about this.
And she was
I'm
like,
taking over the show.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead. What was she like? Tell me more.
She was just like, well, you live and you learn. And
No,
people been
you done
screaming.
lived and learned too much. You
Yeah,
done
that
lost
was all
your
in the
brother.
comments,
You
like,
done lost your mama. You done lost
You
so
40
much.
years old. When does the learning?
When does it stop? When do we realize, hey, this is not what I want? Okay, so
But you had some people backing up, like, well, sometimes you think people will change for you, or
oh no,
everybody makes mistakes.
Oh no. And tell me, do you think people change for people, or like tell me your ideology of what love and what relationships supposed to look like? How do they transition? Are they built to last? What do you think?
Me personally,
Yeah,
my whole
you.
ideology is you gonna accept me for me.
Right.
That's how I'm coming in. If I came in smoking, don't be trying to sneak in, honey. You think you need to slow down on smoking?
Right.
Don't be trying to sneak none of that in.
When does that even happen?
When I think about love, I think about, like, I really think about pure love. When me and my wife got married, we didn't sit down and talk about no finances, what the future supposed to look like, and all.
Yeah.
It was like boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's get married. And that was just it. So that's when I accept you for you. Whatever you come with, I'm willing to accept that, obviously, if I'm going to marry you.
And are you still married? Because
Yeah.
I don't watch it. So as you said, I'm sorry. I'm going to start watching the show tomorrow.
Yeah. We still hanging in there.
Good. And how long have y'all been married?
6 years.
6 years. This is
It'll be
something.
6 this year. Yeah.
This is something that I want to make very clear to people, who may be looking for relationships or who are trying to be in relationships. Like, I don't like the whole come into something perfect narrative.
Yeah.
Because there's no such thing. What does practice make?
Perfect.
Lies. Practice makes improvement. There is no
Come
such
on,
thing
yeah.
as perfection.
You got it.
like you're not going to be perfect. You just have to accept people
anything.
as you say, as they are. Whether it be they can't communicate, whether it be they're difficult. And this is something that I tell Jamie all the time. It's not that you don't know how to communicate, it's that our communication is different. So I can't judge the fact that you're not communicating with me well based on my ideology of communication. I have to learn to understand you, and we have to learn what works for us. And that doesn't make our relationship imperfect. It just makes us willing to work together to get to where we need to be.
Right.
And if you're not willing to work with somebody because come into this relationship healed, a lot of people don't even know where they're broken. You know
Come
what I'm
on.
saying? Like, I don't, sometimes sometimes he'll do stuff and say stuff that triggers me in places that I never even knew that was a trigger for me. But because I have suppressed it and he brings it up, I'm like, oh shucks. Like, this is not your time to attack him, because internally I want to attack him, but it's not him, it's me. It's an internal emotion that I have suppressed, that now I have to realize and understand that what is causing this. How do I figure this out? But if you're not in a relationship with somebody, you never know what those triggers are, so
Preach.
it is what it is. But this is what I wanted to say. If you learn nothing this year in relationships, in money, in social class, in financial status, everybody has problems. If that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp situation don't say nothing to y'all, like, it does not matter what you do, how much money you make. It doesn't matter what you look like, the color of your skin, the texture of your hair.
Come on.
We all have issues. We all have things that we need to work on. But you have to be willing to work on those things. Now, he just said that you're going to accept him as he is. I can't say that.
Coming into it, I'm not saying I'm not willing to compromise.
That part. And that is what relationships, and not just marriages, all relationships, friendships, work relationships, is about compromising and knowing how far you're willing to compromise.
Exactly.
So, that's a whole different topic. I don't know how we got here, but this is where we are.
Exactly. I ain't saying I wasn't willing to compromise. So if I came in smoking, you have a problem with me smoking every day, I smoke on the weekend.
Or just say, for instance, let's just say you develop some type of illness based on the smoking.
Okay.
Is that something that you're willing to compromise on then?
No. I mean, I just quit there.
Oh, see? And that's an ultimate compromise, because this is somebody that you care about and you love. Yeah. Whereas instead of saying, nope, I don't give a darn about this little hair falling out. I don't care nothing about them. I'm gonna smoke these cigarettes. You go over there, I'm gonna stay over here. So you just got to know your person, and you got to be willing to accept who they are and what they go through and love them eternally. And I know people think that doesn't exist, but it does. I promise you it does.
Which kind of leads me to my last question. Do you believe there's something that I think we forgot about what love actually means? And not even a religious sense. There's the pure definition: forgiving, kind, don't hold. Would you agree that in any relationship, marriage, or whatever, you have to figure out what you're willing to deal with? Because everybody gonna bring something that is not gonna necessarily satisfy you. So I say that to say, like, I think we sometimes expect relationships to be perfect, but it's always the cheating that people put at the top of the pedestal. But you can have 100% faithful man, but what if the nigga got a drug habit and he's spending his check and the kids are starving? You still gonna put up with that? What if he beat your ass every other day? You still gonna put up with that? But you find out he got a little chick on the side, everything is out the window. But not even that. My point is, we are all flawed in some way, shape, or form. But love is supposed to not necessarily make you look stupid, because you have to figure out when enough is enough for you. But you have to be willing to understand that if you're going to be in something long term with anybody, there's going to be some missteps. Is your love strong enough to forgive and continue to move on, continue to work at it? Or are you going to be gone at the first sight of trouble?
Are you able to withstand? You have to have boundaries, and you have to know when, if you have children, or if it's just you, when your life is in danger. You have to know when enough is enough, as you said. And I don't think that you're supposed to leave at the first sight of trouble, because you said not necessarily biblically, but the Bible in Corinthians says love bears all, believes all, understands all. But there are some things that are not understandable. Being beat, being to the point where, and we just had a recent scenario, God rest this lady's soul, that was killed by her boyfriend, or I don't know if it was her husband. And at some point, I'm expressing my desire for people who are in domestic relationship domestic violence relationships, to get help, seek help. Understand that your safety and the safety of the people around you is way more important than love can be. Because somebody who is beating you, I know there are people out there who say, oh, if he don't whip me, he don't love me. Like, you're crazy. That's not the way love is supposed to be. It's not the way that love is supposed to feel. For a long time, like, I was raised in a very toxic household. You know, my mom and dad argued and fought all the time. I took that same energy into my first marriage. And I had a husband who was not bad to me at all. We fought a lot, and he did have a drug habit. And it got to a place where I knew I couldn't deal with it anymore because I didn't see progression in him. And when people are not progressing on the same level, on the same wavelength, it's okay to not be okay. And it's okay to leave situations. A lot of people feel like if you leave, you fail. Or if you leave, you know, you're wrong. It's not. You have to have a boundary, and you have to know what's too much and what's enough. So it's personal for everybody. But if your safety at all is in jeopardy, please get out. Please leave as soon as possible. Like, people change, but it's rare that they change to a degree where your safety is not in jeopardy. So if ever somebody is threatening you, if ever somebody is beating on you, that's not the place to be. But like I said, I do think that trying to get people help, because like with my ex, I tried to get him help, like at every turn, like whether it was rehab, whether it was reaching out to his family and friends, hey, let's get you some help. And when he refused to go through the help, that's when I knew that it was time for me to leave. And he was not an abusive person at all. He's a very amazing guy. But he did not want to progress, and I could not deal with it. So that's why we ended up getting divorced. So I do not knock people who leave relationships that are not beneficial for them. But I also don't believe in this new social media craze that there's always grass that is greener on the other side. Because those small, minute things, like he left the toilet seat up, his underwear on the floor, you know, he sneezed too loud. Like, come on. We got to do better than that. But please do not stay where your safety is being jeopardized.
What if you got skid marks?
Leave.
Is that a non-negotiable?
Let me lean in. Leave. Hygiene. No, for real. Get him some baby wipes. Get him some of those disposable wipes. And you know what's so important about that is communication. Because a lot of us women will not say, oh, you know, babe. Tell him that you didn't wipe good. And guys, if they ain't wiping good, do the same thing. Like if you got down there and it smelled a little pee-pee, babe, this ain't it. Like, I'm just saying.
A little pee ain't always bad. It's like tangy.
Oh, I never knew. This is news to me. Because, like, I am the type of person, I do not want anybody around my nether parts unless I am fresh out the shower. Like, I got to be clean out the shower. Don't touch me. Don't be like, that's just me, you know. So, yeah. I can't speak for nobody else. So.
See, that's why I need another platform. I want us to talk about this. Because I always wonder.
Sorry, wrong platform.
Like, if you was trying to be spontaneous with your man and you rush and pulled his drawers down and you got down on your knees and
he got doodle in his drawers. Oh, hell no. Stop the presses. Cut. Baby, let's go take a shower. It's simple as this. Like, but it's not hard. If this is somebody that you truly care about, let's do it in the shower after you get a few passes. You should be.
Boy, you know you got skid marks. You done walked on.
Shamed.
Like Denzel said, you got to throw them bitches in the trash.
If y'all out there with skid marks, I feel bad for you, son. Got 99 problems. But skid marks should not be one. See, we all off topic.
That's it, man. How can people keep up with effective networking and marketing? Calicia, Patrice, hello, black man. Give us the social handles.
Yeah, absolutely. So Calicia Patrice is me. You can find me at Calicia Patrice on all of my social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. As far as effective networking and marketing goes, I have a website, Effective Networking and Marketing, at Gmail, and I also have a Facebook page. You can find us there. We do a lot of just marketing for people, businesses. If you have a business and you want us to spotlight it, please contact me. Please let me know. You can hit my personal page. Hello Black Man can be found also on all social media platforms. Hello Black Man _ on Twitter and Instagram. Hello Black Man on Facebook and YouTube. Please check us out. We go live as often as we possibly can. So I'm very grateful for everybody who has followed us. Be sure that you are supporting this guy because he is making moves. He got the key to the city.
Mm-hmm. To all the doors. Well, Queen, we appreciate you, and I knew it was gonna be a pleasure having you on.
Oh,
we always had good energy since day one.
Absolutely.
I'm
dope people.
I think the first time we met was like at Dollar Black Party.
Mm-hmm, it was.
And you just walked up to me and was like, I'm trying to talk to this guy.
And that's me.
With the podcast.
Exactly. I don't even know how I knew that you had a podcast.
I think I had just won like Best of Jacks.
Oh, I have no idea.
And I ain't know nobody in the crowd. Now look at me.
And that's me. Like wherever we go, wherever I am, I'm like, I need to meet. I don't like networking events. We're going to close this out because you just tried to. But if you go to networking events and you do not leave there with at least 5 business cards, I don't care if it's only 5 people in the room, you have failed yourself. Because what did you really go there for? Because when I go, I realize people socialize amongst themselves, people that they know.
Right.
But that's not the purpose.
Exactly.
Right. So be sure that if you're networking, no matter if you're scared, no matter if you're fearful, what can people say? Get out of my face? All right, bet. Walk away. So like, just make sure that you're putting yourself out there consistently and showing your face and showing yourself approved by Key to the City.
And open your mouth, man.
Close mouths.
Don't get fed.
Amen.
There it is.
Let the church say.
Well, this has been another episode of Key to the City podcast. Make sure y'all tune in next week for quality content, quality guests. I am your host, Mr. Key to the City. She's the Queen Calicia Patrice. Peace, love, blessings. We out.